Greetings, it's Christine. I'm back with a really interesting video. It is time that I share this. It is a goth album haul. I purchased a lot of goth albums during December and late November, and they have all arrived now. I decided to purchase many goth albums. Most of these albums that I'm going to share are albums that I used to love as a baby, and many of them don't exist on Bandcamp, which is mostly the reason why I purchased them in the first place. They are CDs, and I have also two vinyls. I ordered some on Discogs. They are secondhand albums because it is difficult to purchase some of these brand new, and some of them I purchased actually brand new either from Bandcamp or from the label directly, and I got some interesting gifts too, so I'm gonna share them. And nothing that I received as a gift sounded bad, so I am actually quite happy for that. And I won't be showing the front cover of certain albums because of the front cover might not be so friendly for YouTube terms, and I hope people understand that. I have put the albums in a pile. It is new, used, and gifts. So I think we will start the ones that I purchased on Bandcamp and directly from the label. Okay, the first thing or the first album that I'm gonna share is it's quite unbelievable, but I do have a CD of this band finally after 7 years. It is Community FK, The Vision and The Voice. And this video will also have a lot of glow because of the jewel cases. I ordered this CD directly from Mobilization, yeah. And when I ordered this, I also got some gifts, and I was so shocked when I picked up the package. Like, what's in this package? It was so large, and I didn't remember ordering something large. And when I opened it, it turns out there were two vinyls and 2 CDs, and I will share them a little bit later. I am so happy that I finally own this album, Community FK, The Vision and The Voice. So such a good deathrock album. I really recommend. The next one is Dreams of a Mad King by Big Electric Cat. I ordered this one on Bandcamp. I also have a digital copy of this album. When I purchased this, a digital copy of this album was included, and I'm happy for that because that means I could put the files as an MP3 to my MP3 player or whatever I use to play. The next one is also a Community FK album. I cannot pronounce this. I think you will realize what album I'm talking about when you see the cover. So these two, they were ordered together, and the band ex-voto is a really good gothrock band. If I had to recommend a song from this particular album, I would say If I Never. But still, that one is not my favorite song by ex-voto. Actually, it is Burn This Slow. Burn This Slow is my favorite ex-voto song. And because this is actually my favorite ex-voto album, I asked on bandcamp, like there's a place where you can say message to the band. I asked the possibility if they can sign this album, and they said yes. So I don't think it is visible. So over here is one signature, and over here is another. So the next bunch is the used albums that I ordered on Discogs. The thing is, with Discogs, you have to be really careful. This was my first time ordering from Discogs, and I think I was lucky because nothing went wrong, and there's always this possibility of things going quite wrong. For example, the album gets lost. Obviously, that's normal, but with these, they're like regular people that ship out, and they might not be as used to shipping as somebody who sells products. Yeah, it depends from person to person. Another is that in Discogs there are several different payment methods. So when you're looking after an album, you have to read the disclaimers and all the terms and payment method. I used PayPal. All of the ones that I ordered from were from Europe, and they accepted PayPal. And when I was looking after albums, I made sure to check the conditions, if they were very good or if they were near mint or mint. There are several conditions on this cogs, like that the album, the CD itself. And this is also quite tricky because what is meant to somebody might not be meant for somebody else. So you are kind of risking yourself. You could end up purchasing something that's not actually quite good, but the seller thinks it's good. So the standard is different from person to person. The ones I purchased were quite good condition. Nothing was wrong with them, thankfully. Only the packaging was a little bit messed up in two of them, but one of them can be fixed with a glue gun. I have that, so I'm most likely going to fix it later. And when it comes to conditions and terms, you have to really look at them, because if you lose the CD in the post, some are willing to compensate, some are not. So things like that. And if you ever regret your purchase, that's another thing. Thankfully, that didn't happen to me. when I was purchasing Discogs, I got positive reviews. One of them said fast payment. I was like, yeah, if I want something, then I'm more likely to pay for them what you ask for it, and quickly too, because I want the album. So that's one thing. Okay, the first album was one that arrived today as I film this. I think this is the last one CD for a long while now. I don't have the finances to purchase more. I want to do it. There are several albums on Discogs that I really want that are not on Bandcamp. One of them is actually a Swedish band, a synth pop band that I used to love when I was really young. I would really love having their CD. So this one that I currently have is Judith. Play of Light. I have been quite vocal about my love for Judith. There is one more album that I want, which actually has the song that I usually talk about a lot, Mirror. These ones don't have that specific song, but they do have other songs like Fields of Green, Air of Flowers, Sing Sun, and of course Play of Light. So this album is very good, otherwise I wouldn't have purchased it. Like, I love the discography of Judith, but I am mostly vocal about Mirror because Mirror is actually my favorite song, so I really love this album. I am so happy for that. I can't wait to start listening to that. I haven't done that. Ooh, the next one in this list is a big one. It is the Goth album of all Goth albums. Brace yourself. Drumroll. Community FK. Close one sad eye. This album is one album that I wanted to own for 7 years. Nearly 7 though. Maybe 6.5. But very long time since I got into goth music, I wanted to own this. I used to cry because I couldn't purchase this. It was so expensive. I paid around 60 euros for this, including shipping. This was expensive. And the cover is a little bit you can see it is used, but I don't care. I had this on repeat constantly when I got it, and this is a goth dream come true for me. So I really love that I finally have this album, and I'm so happy to own it, and it meant the world to me because I was having a really depressed time during 2016 and 2018, around there. I'm not gonna deny it. Yeah, and the other world is an anti-suicide song. I used to listen to that constantly to remind myself that things suck, yeah, but they will get better. and they did. Oh, that album means the world to me, and to finally have a copy of it. Goth, oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, the next one is also something that I used to love as a baby, but it is Seacom by Seacom. Yeah, Seacom by Seacom. This is one of my favorite post-punk albums, and I am so happy to have this. I did order it from Amazon of all places. Okay, the next one is a band that I mentioned in my previous video. It is Chants of Maldoror. Thy Hurting Heaven. I purchased this on Discogs, and it was my friend who is also a subscriber of mine, and he gives me good ideas. We have really interesting conversation, and he sent me a song by this band, and that was Red Communion. And I fell in love because, again, like I mentioned in another video, this band hits my deathrock nostalgia buttons, and that particular song really did it for me. And I was like, I need an album, and I searched on Discogs and finally found one, and it arrived in really good condition. I cannot wait to listen to it more when I'm not on the internet, obviously. Really lovely, and I'm happy that I have this. Of course, I wish it was on Bandcamp too. I wish all of these were on Bandcamp, but no, they're not. So nostalgia buttons were hit when I listened, and I loved it, and I had to have a physical copy. The next one is another Judith album. It is this one. It is a good album. It actually had 2 CDs. One is this bonus CD, and then there's this one, the original one. I haven't been able to listen to this because I was sick with specific disease when I received this, and I didn't have the energy to listen. And I am excited to do it. Of course, I have listened to this album before, but there's nothing as listening to a CD in a CD player. It's magic. And when I have the time to do it, I will do it. It's gonna be so much fun. Ooh, the final one is drumroll. We can do drumroll instead. Do you see what this is? You see what this is? You see what this is? This is Cinema Strange by Cinema Strange. Yeah, this one is a little bit broken. But that's okay. I'm gonna fix that with a little bit of glue. It's gonna be alright. But the CD itself is okay. I had this on repeat many times. I freaked out when I got this. I stood in silence. I was screaming inside here. because my mother was in the house, I couldn't scream loudly like I wanted to. Cinema Strange by Cinema Strange. I never thought I will own this album. This album is one of the albums I had on repeat constantly, all the time. Like songs like Love in Bloody Murder, Aboriginal Armenia, Sadist Sagittarius, and he were Herbaner Violet, Greensward Grey, Lindsay's Trachea, Mediterranean Widow, all, let's say all, constantly. Cinema Strange. I still cry this day, 2016, when they had a concert in Wave Gothic Treffen, and I was home because I had an exam. Literally, I couldn't go because I had an exam. Am I mad? Yes. One day, hopefully one day, they will have a concert again, and I wanna go. I wanna see Cinema Strange. Lolly Cinema Strange. Okay, the next batch are the gifts that I got. Okay, when I bought the Community FK album, I got 2 CDs and 2 vinyls. The first CD was this, Swan Danger. It is more on the deathrock like sound. I really love this. The singer is female. I usually don't like female singers, mostly because of their frequencies, but this one was done so well, the mixing and the mastering, that the singing is mixed in a way that doesn't sound annoying at all. It is possible to do that. This is one of those cases, and the voice is not that light either. So Swan Danger, really good, and I'm happy that I got this. Thank you again. I have listened to this a few times, so I would recommend checking this album if possible. If you have the opportunity to do so, please do. It's a good album. The next one is Black Eyes. This one was interesting. It is experimental, of course. This you can find on Bandcamp. When it comes to physical copies, it is quite difficult to get one. They are sold out on Bandcamp. I did put some other albums on my Bandcamp wishlist. Yeah, it is possible for me to like female vocals, but they have to be really well made. Okay, when I ordered the ex-voto albums, I got a bonus CD, which is this, the Strange Frights. This is more to horror punk. I couldn't find this on Discogs. It was a little bit strange. I couldn't find much information about this band. I do like some of the songs, but I don't think this is something that I will have on repeat at all. But it isn't bad, and I'm glad that I have this. It will be in my collection. Okay, the last are the vinyls. This one is Deathrock 69 red. See, it also signed to me on the back. I'm hiding my name. I really like this album. It was interesting. This vinyl. It is red looking. And the final one to mention is this random hymns. This one. I will not show the front cover of this because it is quite brutal. Not YouTube friendly at all. I did like this album. It wasn't bad. Some of the songs are a little bit experimental. This is an vinyl that you can purchase on bandcamp, and there's also a digital copy on bandcamp, so this is quite accessible. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and see you in my next video. Bye.